Hello friends, good morning. My name is Akash Sanjay Khobragade. I am a coordinator at Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge and PhD scholar at Delhi University. Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge is founded by Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara sir, and his idea behind the institution to provide academic space for scholars, professors and doctors who are engaged in the field of Dalit studies. Today, Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge is going to have its 56th lecture, and this lecture is a part of a series that we started on the occasion of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Jayanti. And today, Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara is going to chair this session and also going to deliver his lecture. So, before starting the lecture, I like to welcome and introduce Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara sir. Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara sir is distinguished academician and former vice chancellor and the visionary founder of Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge. A deeply accomplished scholar, he holds a PhD from the prestigious Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, and has authored the seminal work History of Dalit Identity and Modernization of Buddhism. Throughout his illustrious career, Dr. Karunyakara has been innovator in higher education and social advocacy. He began his teaching journey as an assistant professor in the School of Ambedkar Studies at Babasaheb Ambedkar University, a central university, Lucknow, where he permanently enriched curriculum by introducing the pioneer Dalit history course in the Dalit history MA program. A staunch champion of institutional equality, he was instrumental in implementing 50% reservation for SC/ST student and in BBU admission, and his further strengthened the student and faculty representation by founding Ambedkar University Dalit Student Union in 2000 and Babasaheb Ambedkar Central University SC/ST Teacher Association in 2006. Later, he brought his expertise into the Mahatma Gandhi Antarashtriya Hindi Vishwavidyalaya, serving with the distinction as director cum professor at Babasaheb Ambedkar Sidhu Kanu Murmu Dalit and Tribal Studies Center, as the Dean of School of Culture and ultimately the Vice Chancellor of the University. I welcome Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara sir to KIDK. Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara sir going to deliver his lecture on Annihilation of Caste. It's section 17. So I request Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara sir to please start his lecture.
Welcome to all of you. Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge lecture series we are conducting for past 1.5 years. We have invited eminent professors, scholars, intellectuals of the Dalit race from different reputed academic institutions, particularly the central universities. As far as my lectures are concerned, as a part of Dalit Knowledge lecture series, I discuss only Ambedkar texts. Instead of taking any topic in general, I discuss only Ambedkar texts. That's a part of Dalit Knowledge lecture series. And the text, every text consists of many sections. So each lecture is dedicated to a particular section of the Ambedkar text. The present, we are discussing the text titled Annihilation of Caste. It was written originally in 1936 by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. It was an undelivered speech. Was published by himself. So the text has many sections, about 26 sections. It's about 26 sections. And today I'm going to talk about section 18. Very interestingly, Ambedkar touched upon many themes as a part of Annihilation of Caste. So Annihilation of Caste, when we talk, when we try to read, it's not a single concept. It consists of many concepts. Each section in the Annihilation of Caste text, Ambedkar discussed different concepts. Of course, that related directly and indirectly to the theme of annihilation of caste. Now, section 14, Ambedkar talked about how a good society is supposed to be. And the methodology which I am adopting is that, look, this text is been read by many people, discussed by many people. Even today, many places, many lectures, scholars are discussing on Ambedkar's text, that is Annihilation of Caste. Then how we differ, how these KIDK lectures differ from others lectures on Annihilation of Caste. How Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge lecture series on Annihilation of Caste differ from others who also discuss on Annihilation of Caste. The difference is that Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge lecture series, where we talk about Annihilation of Caste, not simply what it is written in the Annihilation of Caste. I discuss Ambedkar ideas expressed in the text Annihilation of Caste section by section in each lecture. Systematically, I discuss and application of those ideas to the 2026, the present Indian society. So, reading Ambedkar text, which was written in 1936, though fundamentally it is still valid, but however, India has changed a lot. It has changed and totally different from that 1936 India and 2026 India. So when we are sitting in the 2026, talking about a text which was written in 1936, unless we apply those ideas to the present context, you might ask me, sir, Annihilation of Caste is still relevant? Yes, it's relevant. Whatever the ideas expressed by Ambedkar in that 1936 text is still relevant. Yes, it's relevant. But we need to read the methodology of approaching Ambedkar ideas expressed in 1936 text needs to be recontextualized in the 2026 realities of Indian society. So that is the methodology I am using. Not just simply reading the Ambedkar text, 1936. I am trying to apply those ideas to the present day Indian society. Unless we recontextualize the text written in some almost it's 10 years less than 100 years, 90 years back. So 19 years, it's a big span of the time. So that's what the relevance of this, the relevance of the significance, the importance of Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge lecture series, particularly on Annihilation of Caste, is that here we are applying Ambedkar. We are recontextualizing Ambedkar thoughts, ideas into the present day Indian society. Otherwise, anywhere you can go, anywhere you can discuss about Ambedkar's Annihilation of Caste. But what matters is the methodology. Our methodology is a Dalit historical methodology. We recast Ambedkar's ideas expressed in 1936 to the present day Indian society in general, Dalit society in particular. That is the uniqueness of Dalit Knowledge lecture series. which KIDK is conducting. So if anybody asks that, why I should join your lecture, why I should join KIDK lectures, why I should listen to Professor Karunyakara on Annihilation of Caste, which I read many times, why should I come to his lecture? The significance of methodology is that we apply Dalit historical perspective to Ambedkar ideas. That is the uniqueness. That is the reason why scholars who are already known, already exposed to the ideas of, already known to annihilation of the caste, already exposed to the ideas expressed in the text of Annihilation of Caste, still they need to attend KIDK lectures on Annihilation of Caste because the uniqueness of its methodology. Now, coming back to Ambedkar's, the theme which is discussing from the section 15 to section 18. Today we are going to talk about section 18. But what I'm trying to explain to all of you is that Ambedkar was discussing one particular concept, that is Varnashrama system, Varna Vyavastha, in the section 15, section 16, section 17, section 18. These 4 sections he dedicated to discuss Varna system. Of course, different aspects of the Varna system he discussed in each section. Section 14 he said good society. What should be a good society? How Indian society could be made into a good society? How, in my own Dalit historical perspective, how we could reconstruct a Dalit society as a good society based on Ambedkar's ideas expressed in the section 14 of the Annihilation of Caste. That I discussed when I talked about section 14. Section 15, Ambedkar talked about Arya Samaj people, Arya Samajist. This Arya Samaj, see, the first organization that talked and took it as a life mission, a movement throughout India to convert Indian society into Aryan society, it was Arya Samaj. These Arya Samajis, the supporters of Aryanism, they were of the view that the whole Indian society should be converted to Aryan society. That's why their slogan is that go back to Vedas. Go back to Vedas. They want to take whole India backward, some thousands years backward towards Vedic society. That's the Arya Samaj aim, purpose. Later on, when Ambedkar was writing this book, 1936, Arya Samajists were very vocal and very dominant organization, very visible organization that was talking about converting the whole society into Aryan society. Today, Arya Samaj is not that much of influential organization. Nobody knows where it is now. But when Ambedkar was alive, it was. That's why Ambedkar talked about how Arya Samaj ideology. What was Arya Samaj ideology? Why they want to make this Indian society, why they want to convert the Indian society into Aryan society and to establish the social system of Vedic age, that is Varna system. So these things Ambedkar discussed in section 15, 16, 17 and 18. Throughout these 4 sections, Ambedkar talked about Arya Samaj and Varna system, and he tried to counter it. So different aspects of the Aryan Samaj ideology, Ambedkar picked in each section, section 15 to section 18, he discussed and he countered, which we also did in those lectures. And of course, Apart from that, we have applied those ideas to how to reconstruct Dalit society. The whole idea is that based on annihilation of caste, how to reconstruct the Dalit society. That is the mission and purpose of KIDK lectures. So through Ambedkar lens, we want to do it. So here, not only understanding Ambedkar and Ambedkar's countering the opposite, that's Arya Samaj people. We are trying to apply positively how to reconstruct in general the Indian society, but particularly the Dalit society. So in the section 18, Ambedkar was talking about how Varna system is a failed system. Ambedkar says that Varna system, Arya Samaj was dominant during 1936 when Ambedkar was writing this book, but not today. Not today. Then what we have to see? See, unless, that's what I'm talking, unless we recontextualize Ambedkar ideas into the 2026 Indian society, 90 years gap, it can't have a fresh relevance. Otherwise, just an academic relevance. Because he was countering the Arya Samaj. Here today, there is no Arya Samaj. Then you may ask that, sir, who bothers about Varna system? Now Arya Samaj is gone. Hence, Ambedkar's 4 sections, section 15 to section 18 is irrelevant today. It's irrelevant because he was countering the Arya Samaj ideology. And today Arya Samaj is no more, means it's there. But it's not at all effective organization. So, but when Dalit perspective of historical perspective, when you look at these things through Dalit historical perspective, you understand that after Arya Samaj, there was one organization that was very dominant. That was Hindu Mahasabha. Now, very interestingly, Aryan, that identities have gone to secondary. They have not gone out, but they have become a secondary as an identity only. Which identity replaced the Aryan identity? Hindu identity. Though all Hindus are not Aryans. Try to understand this. All Hindus are not Aryans, but all Aryans are Hindus. Who are the Aryans? Brahman-Kshatriya and Vaishya. So majority of these people are Hindus. Hence we could say that all Hindus are not Aryans, but all Aryans are Hindus. Because majority Brahmins, majority Kshatriyas, majority Vaishyas are Hindus. They are the Aryans. Shudras, who are the Dravidians, they are not Aryans. Who are the Shudra? Majority of the Shudras are backward caste people, OBC. And there are some Shudras, they are not backward caste, non-OBC Shudras. They are called so-called upper caste Shudras. They are all Dravidians. Shudra like, Reddy, Kamma, Kapu in Andhra Pradesh. Maratha claims themselves as a Kshatriya. Yes, they are Kshatriyas. Marathas are Kshatriyas. But they are Shudra Kshatriyas. But because Kshatriya is a word of Aryan word. But Kshatriya became a generic word. Whoever warrior class, they used to be called Kshatriya. So every Kshatriya is not Aryan. Though Kshatriya is an Aryan Varna, but not every Kshatriya is an Aryan. Why? Because Kshatriya has become a generic word. Generic word means whoever is a warrior. Non-Aryan warriors also called Kshatriya. So this Marathas were Kshatriyas of non-Aryan breed. That's a Dravidian. They are Dravidian Kshatriyas. Marathas are not Aryans, they are Dravidians, but Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas in the sense warriors, not Aryan Kshatriyas. So don't get confused. See, India has very vast history. So many things happen. It's a complex as well as deep. So we, instead of complicating the things, We need to understand in a easy way. Like that, many backward caste people, like Yadav, Kurmi, they also claim to be Kshatriya. They're also Shudras. Though, but it doesn't mean that all these people are the Aryans. That is the reason. Since majority people are non-Aryans in India, because of the vote bank politics, because of the need of the masses backing, the supporters of Aryanism, they changed the strategy. So Arya Samaj was talking about Aryan society. But Hindu Mahasabha talked about not Aryan, he talked about Hindu identity. After that, RSS was born in 1925. Today, by 2025, it completed 100 years. RSS was the third organization of the Aryans. First, it was Arya Samaj, then Hindu Mahasabha, the third one is the RSS, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. Though its name is not a Hindu, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, but it explicitly says that its mission is to establish Hindu Rashtra. So Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh means establishing Hindu Rashtra. Here again, it is taken the Hindu identity from the Hindu Mahasabha. Hindu Mahasabha is a forerunner of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. So when you take Arya Samaj, Hindu Mahasabha, and Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, though the identity construction has changed. From Arya, they had adapted to Hindu. From Hindu, RSS adapted to Rashtra. The common thread that binds all these three organizations, Arya Samaj, Hindu Mahasabha, and RSS, is that though the label varies, Hindu, Rashtra, that, this, but the content is the same. That is Aryanism. Aryanism. What is this Aryanism? All these people want to convert Indian society into only one society, that is Aryan society. This is again going back to the Vedas. Arya Samaj people said that Aryans didn't come to the India. Aryans didn't come to the India. Same is the case with the Hindu Mahasabha. Hindu Mahasabha says that Aryan didn't come to India. RSS also says the same. Aryan didn't come to India. They are already in India. They didn't come from outside. Arya Samaj says that Aryans didn't come to India from outside. They were already there in India. Hindu Mahasabha also says the same. RSS also says the same. And Arya Samaj, Hindu Mahasabha and RSS both says that let's go back to Vedas. What is this meaning of going back to Vedas? The meaning is nothing but going back to the Varna system, Varna Vyavastha, which Ambedkar countered in the context of Arya Samaj. So unless we understand, unless Ambedkar's countering the Varna system in the context of Arya Samaj ideology and recontextualizing in the context of present day RSS, we can't find the relevance of Ambedkar thought, Ambedkar ideas on Varna system. So we need to recontextualize. Ambedkar says that it's a failed institution. This Varna system as a social order is a failed. What Ambedkar says, like, why Arya Samaj people, whenever we say Arya Samaj, you try to understand that we are talking about Arya Samaj We are talking about Arya Samaj. We are talking about Hindu Mahasabha, and also we are talking about RSS. Three. So here, when we talk about Ambedkar, when discuss Ambedkar's views on Arya Samaj, it doesn't mean that it's only about Arya Samaj. Try to understand, it is referring to Arya Samaj, Hindu Mahasabha, as well as RSS. Because all the three, though their methodology strategy is different, but their purpose is same. That is converting the India into Aryan society and establishing the Varna system. Varna is a system, not a society. Try to understand. Varna is a system. Every society has a system. That system is called social order. In India, only Aryan society has a Varna system. Not the whole Indian society has a Varna system. Try to understand. Many scholars make a mistake. They understand the whole Indian society as a Aryan society. And they understand the whole Indian society has Varna system. No. Dalits are not part of a Varna system. For God's sake, don't make this mistake which we are committing for many years. Whenever we build a narrative about Indian society, we make a big blunder. The blunder is that we treat Indian society as an Aryan society, which exactly supporters of Aryanism wants. The supporters of Aryanism also want the same thing. Try to understand that Aryan society has only Trivarna society in the beginning. Who are those three Varnas? Where are those three Varnas? Are and Vaishya. These are the only Aryans in India. And their system is called Trivarna system. Three Varna system, in three Varna system within the Aryan society. Later on, Dravidians joined in the Aryan society. Aryans made an alliance with the Dravidians because Aryans were very minority. Dravidians are majority. So they made an alliance with the Dravidians. So Dravidians became Shudra in Aryan society. Society they joined, but what about the system? So Trivarna system became Chaturvarna system. Few years it went well, but after that they had a fight. Conflict came up. Because between Aryans and Dravidians, Aryans and Shudras. So that's why Shudras were looked down. In the early Aryan texts, Brahmins praised Shudras like anything. Brahmins praised Shudra rulers, Shudra warriors. They called Shudra warriors as a Kshatriyas. They praised them. But later Aryan texts, the same Brahmin texts abused, humiliated Shudras. Because by the time Shudras became mentally a serving class to the Aryans. And Aryans want to once for all, they want to finish the opposition. So how that is the how Varna Trivarna became Chaturvarna. But now the question is that Adivasi race, Dalit race, and Mongolian race, which is Northeast people, this Mongolian race, these three races were never part of a Aryan system, Aryan society, never part of a Aryan society. Since they were never part of a Aryan society, they never part of a Varna system. Varna system, look at the Varna system. Varna system, it was a three Varna, then became a four Varna. And after that, it stopped. Had Adivasi would have joined there, it would have become fifth Varna. Had Dalit joined there, it would have become sixth Varna. Had Mongolian race joined there, it would have become seventh Varna. So to kill, wipe out. Brahmins not only try to kill, Brahmins try to wipe out total the whole Kshatriya race. And Kshatriyas try to wipe out the whole Brahmin race. There were many instances in the Aryan literature. That's what Ambedkar was talking in section 18. Let me read out. Chaturvarna is how many times have the Kshatriyas annihilated the Brahmins? How many times have the Brahmins annihilated the seed of the Kshatriyas? The Mahabharata and the Puranas are full of incidents of the strife between the Brahmins and the Kshatriyas. They even quarreled over such petty questions as to who should salute first, as to who should give way first, the Brahmins or the Kshatriyas. When the two met in the street, not only was the Brahmin an eyesore to the Kshatriya and the Kshatriya an eyesore to the Brahmin. It seems that the Kshatriyas had become tyrannical and the masses, disarmed as they were under the system of Chaturvarna, were praying Almighty God for relief from their tyranny. The Bhagavat tells us very definitely that Krishna had taken avatar for one sacred purpose, and that was to annihilate the Kshatriyas. With these instances of rivalry and enmity between the different Varnas before us, I do not understand how anyone can hold out Chaturvarna as an ideal to be aimed at or as a pattern on which the Hindu society should be remodeled. Because why Ambedkar was very clear that in the Chaturvarna system, there was a fighting between the Brahmins and Kshatriyas and Brahmins. Not just simply conflicts, not simple conflicts. They tried to wipe out, they tried to massacre and kill, do the genocide of the other races between them. Such a competition was there at one point of time. So Ambedkar says that even among the Aryans, they don't have the peaceful existence because of the Chaturvarna graded inequality among them. Dravidians, Shudras joined later on. Within the Aryans also they have a graded inequality later on. In the beginning they were happy. Then they were Trivarna. When it is translated into Chaturvarna, there came the graded inequality. In the graded inequality, not all the three Varnas or Aryans are the equal. No, they also divided into grades. That's why they were fighting Brahmin and Kshatriyas for supremacy. So Ambedkar said it's a failed social order. It's a social system. But however, Ambedkar using that, how could we rebuild Hindu society based on Varna? So Hindu society should not be based on Varna. Hindu society should be based on some other equal order, with making all the people equal. My question is different here. How I am applying the Ambedkar thoughts to in different way. Why Ambedkar talked about Hindu society here when Ambedkar was not knowing about Indus Valley civilization? So when Ambedkar was talking about Hindu society, on the one hand, Ambedkar says that it's a myth. There is no existence of Hindu society. In the same textbook, this Annihilation of Caste, in some other early sections, Ambedkar was very clear that Hindu identity is a myth. It brought to the India by the Arabs. And Hindu society is a myth. But again he is talking about how to rebuild the Hindu society without Varna. Why? Why? Because he was not having any alternative to suggest, because he was not knowing about Indus Valley civilization. He was not knowing about Indus Valley civilization because Indus Valley civilization evidences were not popularly available at the time of Ambedkar. Today it's available. Historians like me know about the Indus Valley civilization. Then what is my duty? My duty is that taking the core ideas of Ambedkar I have to recontextualize within the Indus Valley civilization evidences as well as the changed realities of Indian society today. That's what I'm trying to do as a historian. That is why Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge lecture series on Annihilation of Caste is very unique, significant, and important than any other lecture on Annihilation of Caste given by anybody else outside. Now, whenever Ambedkar is talking about Hindu, what we have to say? Aryan society. We should not misguide ourselves by taking the identity of Hindu. No. Number one, Hindu is a religious identity, so it is not a society. It's only religion. If it is a religious society, religious society always living only in the temples, not outside. Outside, it's a society is always social. Outside, society is always social. Who goes to temple? Only Hindus goes. 2 hours you are spending in temple means you are in Hindu society. Who goes to Buddha Vihar? Only Buddhist goes there. Majority, generally Buddhist goes there. So if any Buddhist, why Buddhist goes to Vihara? To spend with his own Buddhist people. Not only for the prayers, to spend time with his own Buddhist people. There, what exists? Buddhist society exists. Once you are out of the Buddha Vihara, Buddhist society is nowhere. Same is the case with the church. Same is the case with the Muslims. Out of the religious places, you are organizing again religious function, religious program. Then only you find the society. Society is nothing but an association of people who share the same thought. Society is nothing but an association of people who share the same thought. If it is a religious association of the people who share same religious thought. So you are organizing the Buddhist festival, not in Buddha Vihara, some other ground. Majority people they come there are Buddhists. There exists Buddhist society. Once the festival is over, the Buddhist society disappears from that ground. What I'm trying to say that society by definition is a social. For society, you no need to, the social society, you no need to organize. There is no need of any room. There is no need of any constructed house like the temple or church or Buddha Vihara. There is no need of any ground. There is no need of any thing to be organized. No. Even if you interact with the other person, the society exists between you and him. Suppose you are having a coffee with someone and talking to each other, the society exists. Suppose you are making a phone call to some unknown person, the society exists. The society is basically social. It's a social relation. So why do we make a mistake of using Hindu society? When you say Hindu society, it means you are referring only to the Hindu religious society, not the society in general. Because society in general is always social. So when you say Indian society, it's not at all a Hindu society. It consists of many social societies. Every race is a society. Adivasi race is an Adivasi society. And within every race, there are many religions. It's a fact. Brahmin Christians are there. When Brahmin Christian goes to church, he is a part of a Christian society. When Brahmin Christian goes to a Brahmin Mela, he becomes a Brahmin society. That Brahmin society is a non-religious. In the Brahmin society, you will find Brahmin Christian, Brahmin Hindu, Brahmin Muslim, and Brahmin Buddhist also. Because a Brahmin society is a social society. Same is the case with anyone. A Dalit, a Buddhist Dalit who goes to Vihara, he is joining in a Buddhist society. It's a religion. Just because of majority Dalits are Buddhists, you can't differentiate this. Whether it is a religious society or social society. But the fact is that If over the period of time, majority Brahmins have become, many Brahmins, leave out the majority Brahmins, many Brahmins have become a Buddhist, then what you do? Because once upon a time, Buddhists were the, Brahmins were the Buddhists. Some of the Brahmins were, many Brahmins were Buddhists. Suppose today, in Maharashtra, many Brahmins have become Buddhists. Then what happened? Young Dalit Buddhist and a Brahmin Buddhist, they joined together as a Buddhist in a Buddha Vihara or Buddhist function. The society that exists between Dalit Buddhist and Brahmin Buddhist is not a Dalit or Brahmin society. It's a Buddhist society. It's a religious society. Same is the case with the Hindu. That's what I'm telling you. We should have very clarity on historical concepts. Don't ever use the Hindu society term when you are referring to society in the social sense. Whenever you are talking about Hindu society, you are exclusively talking about a religion. But society fundamentally is a social, nothing to do with a Hindu, nothing to do with a Christian, nothing to do with a Buddhist. All these religious societies exist only in religious places or religious programs. Outside the religious program, outside the religious places, there is no society called Hindu society, there is no society called Buddhist society, there is no society called Christian society. All these societies exist only in their respective religious places. In the temple, church, Buddha Vihar, or any religious programs organized by them. Hence, when we talk about the Varna system, we should talk about the Varna system, not a system of Hindu society, it's a system of Aryan society. Because only Varna system brings Brahmin, Kshatriya and Vaishya Varnas together. Whether it's a hierarchical, whether it is equal, whether it's a vertically divided or horizontally equal, it doesn't matter. The only Varna system can unite these three Varnas into one single society. Try to understand this fact. Why the Aryan supporters of Aryanism always talk about going back to Veda, establishing the Varna system? Why they talk about? Because that is the only way they can become united. Only Varna system can unite Brahmin, Kshatriya and Vaishya into together. Whether their unity is graded inequality or equal, that is a different issue. That's a secondary issue. The primary thing is that why these people, why these Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishyas, though they fight among themselves, but they stand for the Varna system. Why? Why? Because that is the only way they can become united. And why they talk about Chaturvarna, why they don't talk about Trivarna system? Because only in Chaturvarna they can hegemonize. They can dominate over the majority people of India, that is Shudras, who are Dravidians. Don't mistake only North Indians or only South Indians are Dravidians. No. That's a wrong notion. Again, it's a wrong historical concept. History is it's like all games have been played by different schools. Because majority of historians are only these people, the supporters of Aryanism. They played all kinds of games in the history. I think I am the only first historian after the emergence of Indus Valley civilization evidences talking like this. Ambedkar was a historian in the absence of Indus Valley civilization. My historical perspective is when the Indus Valley civilization evidences are available. So what I'm trying to say that when we talk about Varna system, we should talk about Varna system is not a system of India. It's not a system of Indian society. It's only system of Aryan society. Primarily, it's the only system of Aryan society. It's originally a Trivarna society, Trivarna system, Trivarna system. Another kind of Varna system is the Chaturvarna system, when Dravidians joined as a part of Aryan society and they became a part of the Varna system. When the Dravidians became part of a Varna system, Trivarna system became a Chaturvarna system. The one and only Varna that joined the Aryans, that is Dravidians. That's why in South India, you see, look at Tamil Nadu. All these Dravidians, they practice untouchability against the Dalits. They commit, all these Dravidians in Tamil Nadu, they commit atrocities against the Dalits. There are many instances. Another misconception that Dalits are Dravidians. No, Dalits are not Dravidians. This is another strategy adopted by the Arya. Adivasi are not Dravidians, they are not Shudra. Dalits are not Dravidians, they are not Shudra. Mongolian races are not Dravidian, they are not Shudra. Hence, we are not Shudras, we are not Dravidians, we are not part of Chaturvarna system. Had it been part of Chaturvarna system, it can't be a Chaturvarna. It would have been 7 Varna, Saptavarna. I think I am right, Sapta means 7 only, no? It would have been a Saptavarna system because 3 more additions. 4 plus 3 into 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Adivasi race, Dalit race, Mongolian race. It would have been a Saptavarna system. It's not a Saptavarna system. We have never been part of Varna system. Ambedkar was arguing against the Varna system with the view that he wanted to reform the Hindu society. Because Ambedkar was not knowing that there is some society called some history called Indus Valley civilization in India. He was not knowing. So we have to refine Ambedkar thoughts and recontextualize in the history that only Dalit historians can do. Why should others do? They don't do. So that is what the biggest responsibility on Dalit historians, which I am trying to do. Thank you very much. Jai Bhim, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for delivering today a very important lecture and around the identities and the Varna system with respect to annihilation of caste. Thank you, sir. Now I request Shashikant Sambodhi for vote of thanks. Shashikant Sambodhi.
Thank you. Now, with the permission of the chair, on behalf of the Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge, it is my immense pleasure to extend a heartfelt vote of
I can take 1 or 2 questions.
Please, anybody who wants to ask question, please go ahead.
Because in the last lecture also I didn't take questions because I was a little bit hurry. So now I can take a few questions. No, not a problem. I can take few questions if anybody want to ask me questions related to any lecture of mine earlier. Fine, go ahead. I think nobody's there. Everybody properly understood my concepts. It's very happy if anybody is not asking the question. It doesn't mean that they don't want to ask question. It means that they know they are perfectly convinced and highly understood, totally satisfied with my lecture, my concepts which I'm trying to explain. Yes, go ahead with the next level of
Now, with the permission of the chair, on behalf of the Karunyakara Institute of Dalit Knowledge, it is my immense pleasure to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks for this session. First and foremost, our deepest gratitude and warm regard goes to Professor Leela Karunyakara sir, a respected Dalit historian and a profound Ambedkar thinker. We are truly grateful to him for kindly chairing the session and delivering such a wonderful and thought-provoking lecture as the key speaker on the topic Annihilation of Caste, Section 18. Professor Karunyakara is a former Vice Chancellor of Mahatma Gandhi Antarashtriya Hindi Vishwavidyalaya, Wardha, and a renowned expert on Dalit affairs and Dr. Ambedkar writings. His insights today have greatly enriched all of us. We also extend our sincere thanks to all the participants and attendees who joined us for the 57th online lecture in the KIDK lecture series. A special word of appreciation to our dedicated coordinators, Dr. Sukeshni, Dr. Darshana, Dr. Smita, Mr. Akash, Mr. Shreyat, and Mr. Vijay for their tireless efforts and unwavering support in making the session a grand success. This lecture series, which began last year on the occasion of Ambedkar Jayanti 2025, continues to be a powerful platform for spreading Dalit knowledge, critical ideas, and new perspective in the field of Dalit studies. Thank you once again to everyone for your active and valuable participation. Before we conclude, please don't forget to subscribe to the Dalit Knowledge YouTube channel, where the recorded session will be uploaded shortly. Jai Bhim. The session is over.